Hey everybody, what's up? This is iRobot of Tube Robots coming at you with my second episode of This Gun Sucks. I'm covering the shotguns in this episode, and after a ton of debating, I chose the SPAS. This was not an easy choice. It was a very close debate between the SPAS, the KSG, and the AA-12. I had a really hard time choosing which shotgun blade was the worst. In fact, I went so far as to get all 6 up to level 30 so I could try out all of the attachment and proficiency combinations I could to try to determine if there was a definite loser of the group. Now, some of you may be surprised with my choice, especially since the gameplay I have going on in the background is a 19-5 match. And even though 19-5 isn't amazing, it's kind of odd to use it as a display of a gun that's supposed to suck. So I have 2 clips I'd like to share with you that were a huge help in putting the SPAS into the lowest standing in my opinion. Alright, so with the first of these 2 clips, we have on C-Town. You're going to see, I'm going to put this pretty much straight on the guy's face, very close range, and hit detection. What kind of bull is that? You'll see, you could say that I'm only about 40% on him, but that 40% is his face. Okay, this guy should be dead, no questions. And then to continue with the same match, just a little bit later, I was lacking confidence so hard that with this guy sitting there, I get all the way up on his ass before I even think about pulling the trigger because I don't want hit detection. Alright, and for the second clip, you're going to see I get double hit detection before killing this guy. There's absolutely no reason for it to take 3 rounds out of a shotgun to kill someone. I don't care if they were only half hits. That is some bullshit. Alright, now, I really hope you guys agree with me on those clips because they are flat out the deciding factor. I had a great time going through all of these shotguns. Once you get them up into the levels, and you can use any combination of, steady aim, damage, extended mags. Well, really, the damage or range really depends on how you feel. Damage is pretty much always going to get you a one-hit kill at a close range where you really should be using the shotguns, and range kind of extends that a little bit, but not a whole lot. But once you get everything unlocked, all 6 of the shotguns in this game are extremely powerful, really effective. I was tearing people up so bad with this, I can't even describe it. Even the SPAS that I'm nominating as the worst of the shotguns, I'm pretty sure I had a 32-1 gameplay with it once I had the extended mags and damage on it. Just unstoppable killing machines. I couldn't believe how powerful these things were. I've avoided them ever since Modern Warfare 3 came out because I fell in love with the SMGs very quick, and the assault rifles are awesome, and I did quite a bit of sniping, but I just didn't find a use for the shotguns. And now that I've gone through this, I'll tell you what, it's gonna be really hard to pull me off of them. And the way everything works on it is, obviously the damage increases the amount of damage they do, but the extended mags on shotguns work a little bit differently. Unlike all the other weapons of the game, where extended mag is exactly what it sounds like. It extends the magazine you have, even though not everything takes magazines. For shotguns, it's different though. It increases the number of pellets per shot. Basically, a better way to describe it is increased damage. So you can use the damage proficiency and then the damage attachment, and you just get these monstrous guns that I can't believe made it into the game. Anyone who's not at assault rifle or sniper rifle kind of distance isn't going to have any chance in hell at beating you with a maxed out shotgun. That's why you see so many Striker Moabs and USAS Moabs and AA-12 Moabs. Even though I had a really hard time with the AA-12. It's small magazine size and low ammo in general. Made it really hard to handle. Scavenger was an absolute must, and more than 2 enemies at a time kind of got to be a huge hassle, where I usually died. It didn't see very many triple kills. You just don't have time to reload the thing, and usually by the time you switch weapons, you're dead anyway. But anyways, back to this. What it ended up coming down to was I had to compare the shotguns before maxing them out, and before getting all the way up to the extended mags, the SPAS, I was just getting a lot more hit detection than anything else. I see a lot of people complain about the models, but I was flat out raping with the models. I don't know what their deal was. So, tell me what you think. Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you agree with me? I don't know. Send me some gameplay to refute it. Whatever you want. But thanks for your time, and please come back next week for the next episode.